Hi everyone, this is Julia from Farewell My Manicure. Well, it's a fabulous day on the sunny Gold Coast. We've had two tropical cyclones cross the coast last night, and not the Gold Coast but up north, and so they brought all this amazing rain. It's a perfect day for DIY projects in the shed. So I've got a perfect DIY project that I've been wanting to try. I did put it on a blog post just recently, but now I've got my very own multi-tool. I'm so excited to use it. I'm going to make a project that will look really cool in your place, or it can be a great gift. So stay tuned, here we go. I'd like to welcome you to Benny's shed. It's actually a shared shed, we all get to use it, but we kind of have to ask permission. It's a fabulous shed. It has everything that opens and shuts. So just take on a little tour. There you go. I'm working at the bench right at the far end, so I'll take you up there. Okay, so just yesterday I went out and bought this tool. It's called a multi-tool. There's a couple of proprietary names. The first one is Dremel. I think a lot of people have heard of Dremels. They're actually over $100, so I decided, since I'm just home handyman, that I'll buy the one that's half that price. It's a West Coast version, still good, and it was $50. There's an even cheaper version by Zito, and that was only $35, but Bunnings was all out of them, so I had to go to Masters and get the West Coast version. Now, the very cool thing about this Dremel tool is that it has an extendable, I call it a joystick, I don't know what it's called, flexible hose with a pen type contraption on the other end. So that makes it really easy for you to hang on to, rather than having to hang on to the whole big component, motor component. So that's very cool. We hang it up on a hook up here. I hope you can see, well you probably can't. Hang it up on the hook. And of course we have to put on our proper protective gear. Now, because I need to wear glasses to do close-up work, I'm going to put these glasses on and tie my hair back because I'm leaning over, and you certainly don't want your mop caught in the Dremel as it's spinning around at 1,000,000 miles a minute. So I put my hair up, and if you want to, you can wear earmuffs, but in all honesty it's really not that noisy, so I'm not going to be bothered with that. There it is. Okay, not looking so cool, but here we go. So I've gone and printed out some words that I want to put on my 3 boards with my Dremel, and I'm actually going to gouge out those words and then roll it over with paint, and so the paint will pop, the paint will recess and the words will pop out at you, and they'll be in the natural wood colour. I've got surf, sand and sun. I've already done a couple, but I don't want to show you them yet because it kind of spoils the surprise. But for this one we're going to do surf. So what I do first is get my pencil. I can't find the pencil I was using before. And like you used to when you're at school, can you see this? I've kind of rubbed across it with the pencil to put the carbon on the back of the paper. Then you place it down on your piece of pine board, whichever size, shape you want. And you scroll across, and the mark comes through because of the carbon on the other side. Okay, so here it is. I actually felt that the stencil that I'd actually traced wasn't big enough for my piece of board, so I've freehanded it kind of, and I've coloured it in. And the reason for that is that I found once you were creating sawdust, it was really hard to see where you'd been and where you'd missed. So a really good idea to colour it in with your lead pencil as well, so you've got a template to work with and you can see it really effectively. Okay, so the next thing we do is we put it on the bench and we get the cutting tool and put it on the Dremel. Okay, so I'm going to try and not get in the way of my own work, but basically turn the thing on. It spins at a really fast speed. Bump it up as high as it'll go. And we trace around the lettering. Okay, so once you've traced all around your item, then you start to chop out the inside of the stencil. See if you can see this. See, I've gone around the outline. Now we're going to chop out all of the inside bit, all of the stuff that we've marked with black. Okay? So here it is. We've taken out all of the inside bit of the S. And if you've never used one of these machines before, allow yourself a whole day because it's a really time-consuming process. Perhaps the $100 Dremel has a bit that rips through it quicker than my $50 one does, but Anyway, took a long time. So you can see that that's all eaten away in there. Now we get the sanding bit and smooth out all those edges. And of course we will do the whole thing, not just one letter at a time. But just for the benefit of this video, I'm just going to do the one letter and I'll show you my finished product that I prepared earlier. Okay, so once you've done all of the cutting out with your Dremel tool, then you bring it over to your workbench and choose a colour paint that you want to coordinate with your home, or the gift that you're going to give to someone, something that coordinates with their home. Use a little roller and brush. Don't use a paintbrush. Use a little roller and tray. Don't use a paintbrush because the roller can glide over the top of the indentations without putting too much paint down into them. The brush will be very, very hard to do. Now, here's one I prepared earlier. Can you see that? Oh, there we go. The light's a bit difficult here. Oh, there we go. So this was the word sun. Some of the paint did get inside. I'm waiting for it to dry fully, but you can then take it back over to the Dremel and do a bit of a touch-up job so you can remove some of the stuff that came into the word. It's quite cute really, isn't it? And then what I'm going to do is actually use some light sandpaper in my hand and give it a little bit of a distressed look, so take off some of the paint that I've put on. I think it'll look really nice when it's done. I'll just show you the first one that I did was the word sand. Here it is. So together, sun, surf and sand I think are going to be really cool beachy looking things to put on some shelves in our house. So I hope you really enjoyed the video. I hope you get out and have a go at using some power tools because they're not just for the blokes, they're actually heaps of fun to use. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.